Hey, nice to have you in our lounge.
Look at this. I got a Who shirt on for you, Dina.
Yeah, we are matching shirts.
I know who you love, and if you start beating me in this challenge, I'm putting on the disco shirt. I'm letting you know right now.
To put me off.
And I'm staying with the JDL pinball t-shirt. So
Sure, on brand, that's fine. I've got Pinball profile over here, so I got the one you've got on the logo. Thank you.
yeah, you're welcome. Thanks very much for throwing out the challenge. Jeff did this a few days ago, so we're not perhaps as well prepared as we could be, but hey, this is for fun, I think, is it? It's not really competitive. Is that how we treat it?
Well, you know, in COVID-19 and with this lovely coronavirus, it's what we can do in 2020, and I think you and I, we all saw what Carl D'Angelo did with Pin Clash. So there are ways of doing competitions, and it doesn't have to be a streamer capacity. Look at me, I've got a webcam. I'm not a streamer, but there's ways of competing. I know people doing the ICR challenge on IFPA. There's some 700 people doing it. You know, maybe they're using Discord or something to show some sort of video,
Yep.
or just after each ball sending pictures. I have actually found it's so much fun because, one, you connect with friends like you, Dina and Jim, and you get to really meet other people. I had 3 people I've never met before go to an arcade, and this was in Poland, and we played, and it was just so much fun. And, you know, it's what we can do here in 2020. Thankfully, vaccines are being rolled out, and, you know, maybe by the summer we'll be back to real live competitions without masks and all that kind of good stuff. But I know in Germany there, boy, Tobias and some of the crew there have done a really good job.
Well, we've
that on JDL.
Yeah, we've tried, but we've come under severe lockdown again now. So the chance of pinball tournaments over the next few months, I think the COVID scene is going to get worse before it gets better. And I think we've got a couple of hard months, January, February, in front of us.
It's that way here in North America too, because of the colder nature and the typical flu season anyway. Plus, when you factor in, you know, in Canada we had our October Thanksgiving, we saw a bit of a surge there. They had it late November in the United States. They're seeing the surge there, 3,000 plus deaths a day. It's sad. And then of course Christmas coming. People are going to gather, and you know, you think it's okay, it's fine, it's not me, but you just never know how some of these become super spreaders. So I do think you're right. We probably have a couple of months of maybe things on the rise, and we're shutting down too here. But you know, you see success stories like what they're doing in Australia and New Zealand, so it can be done. And with the fact that we've got the vaccine, you know, we're going to get there.
Yeah. No, it's going to be hard. I mean, we live in Germany, as you know. My family are in England. We've not been to England now since beginning of February last year. We have a new grandson that we've not seen yet. You know, well, we've seen him on Skype and Zoom and everything else, but it's been a hell of a year, really. And this Christmas is good. We will definitely get through it. And I think things like this, I mean, you mentioned Pin Clash. Pin Clash was absolutely awesome. And the work that you did and Carl did and everybody involved to put that together was really, really appreciated. That was the closest thing I think he could ever get to a real, and I call it tournament because people were playing and they really had to win. It wasn't for fun. It was, you know, played for real.
It was a hard cash as well. I mean, it was with prizes and with giveaways and with everything,
Yep.
Carl D'Angelo put $1,000 his own money, and he said he kind of earmarked that for Indus because he's had a lot of success on IE Pinball with his screens and doing his wizard modes, and he wanted to give back, like he always does, whether it's Critical Hit, whether it's his Never Drain software, whether it's telling people how to do their remote gears. Carl is a saint in this industry, and we're lucky to have him. But you know, Raymond Davidson donated $250. Neil McRae donated Sorbet. There were judges behind the scenes. What Snow Galvin and Stephen Bowden did for 8 hours of streaming. You've done a lot of streams. 8 hours?
Yeah.
Well, he did 72 with a few breaks for sleeping at the World Championship.
Well,
I didn't
championship we
know
did
how-
about
how-
72 hours. But that's, but no, the commitment from people is tremendous, isn't it? The people go that extra mile just to make it so much better. Absolutely awesome.
I think pinball-wise, there were two highlights.
2020. Sorry, Dina, go ahead.
Yeah, two highlights for me, the Pink Plush and of course the Quarantopia, because that did make me play a lot better. I was in home office for 5 months without seeing anybody and things, and that was like the day commitment for me to play some Quarantopia
It was
games.
good. Well, let's skip to the first challenge because we can chat in between each of the games.
Sure.
And we need to get through quite a few challenges. Now, anybody that's tuned in, we're not going to simply play just a few games and see who gets the highest score. That's mainly
Because it
because
will not be me.
this Canadian guy will probably beat us hands down. So I wanted to try and
Hold on
level
a
it.
second. I played 3 people the other night on this game. The Castles and the Pinball ones. They're on streamers. I got smoked by them. All right. I didn't even win one game against Lisa. They were pretty incredible. So I like this challenge you've got set up. But just going back a second, Dina, you're right about what Laura Fraley did in Quarantopia. That kind of set up this whole ICR thing.
Yeah,
We saw that people were interested in playing, and we found a way to do that. So you can do it straight scores, or you can do what we're going to do, which is a little more fun. We're going to do pin clash, but kind of different challenges, not just score-based, kind of speed-based.
Yeah, that's right. So the first challenge on fishtails is to catch a dinosaur. Is that okay?
Well, Jeff, don't you think, if you look at the back glass of fishtails, that it looks like the dinosaur face on the Jurassic Park? The expression on the fish's face is exactly the same as the expression on the dinosaur face on Jurassic Park.
It's one
That's
of
the
my
first
favorite
thing
games.
I saw when Jurassic Park landed in our lounge.
That's what you thought. Okay, all right. I mean, sure, why not? Fish have been around as long as dinosaurs. There's a connection there, Dina. You're.
Absolutely.
I was told there wouldn't be an intellectual part of this. I thought I just had to be stupid to play pinball. But anyway.
Okay, so the first challenge is going to be the first to get to a multi-ball jackpot. I'm going to be playing the first challenge against Jeff. Dina and myself are going to be alternating. That means that one goes and then the other one goes after, for anybody that wasn't sure, just to explain the rules. So my first game against Jeff is going to be either the first or maybe neither of us get to a jackpot on multi-ball, in which case we get a draw.
Sure. So our ICR thing, we're doing a best of 9 challenges. We felt with 6 different challenges should go beyond 6 games with a repeat. And the first one you picked is one I played several games where I've never had one jackpot. You're making that the first one? They get easier, but here we go. So it's you and I, Jim?
Yep, here we go. Okay, so...
Okay. Somebody will have to give a countdown to let me know if my back will be.
Okay.
The one who is not playing.
Dina's the judge, by the way. Yeah.
Oh,
A Judge
sure.
Dredd.
Fine. Oh, you know, whoever's sitting out, that makes sense.
Okay. Countdown?
Well, you could start your jalopies first, yeah. On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
There are no extra balls, and balls are set at 3.
Yes, 3 balls, no extra balls.
You got a lock? Yay. How's Jim doing? On
Jim
that.
is not doing very well.
Lock.
Yeah, ball 2. Well done. Well done, Jeff.
Oh. Oh, just rattled in there.
Hey. So now Jim has one ball in the lock. Hey, Jeff's multi-ball starts.
Oh, I got one.
Slow down, Jeff.
Slow down, Jeff. Right, tropical fish is not caught yet. Get in there. You need to make you move on. And walk it. Nope. He's trying to control.
Oh, no.
And that's multiple down Jeff, I think.
I do it.
Come on again. So,
How's Jim doing?
Jim is started the multi-ball.
Good luck. Again, really quiet.
Hey.
All right, second try at multi-ball. How's Jim doing?
Yeah. Jim has got the jackpot. Jim was happy. Jeff, you suck.
Did you win, Jim?
Yes.
Sorry.
Oh. You can take it out on me now.
Good job. So that's Jim. So
Yeah, it's 1 point for Jim.
Right, so.
Oh,
Shall we come back to the desk again?
I had it early and then I couldn't tap in.
So Jeff Teolis is over in Canada. We've got Jeff linked in via a Zoom call, which is coming into XSplit, and Jeff can see this screen that you can see back on his computer at back in Canada. So okay, so we're ready for the next challenge.
All right, Dina, good luck.
Good
Jim,
luck.
you do the countdown. The same. We're doing the same challenge, the monster one, right?
Yes.
Or the
No,
multi-ball.
the jackpot.
Well, I tell you what, why don't we make it more interesting and
No,
move
no,
on?
look, we will come out of sync. Definitely doing the same.
She's the boss, okay? So
I'm
we're
the
doing
logistics boss.
we're doing the multi-ball jackpot the same, okay?
And multi-ball jackpot.
Have you
So
started
they
the
did
game?
all of it before. Here we go.
Start the game. Okay, I'm counting down, Dina counts up. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go!
Lucky fast cast right away.
Okay, so switch you over to the pinball view. So it looks like Dina's lost an early ball. Nice control. Oh.
Two lot.
Oh, one lock. Dina's still got. She's been very close, but still got all balls to lock. Okay, so Jeff's second lock. Don't forget, Jeff in the last game got his locks, but didn't manage to get his jackpot. So. Okay, hi Rich, betting on Jeff this round. It could never be too sure.
Yay!
Oh, Jeff, complete. Wow, that must be a record time. Awesome. Okay, he's got it, yeah.
Told you I suck at monster. multi-ball.
Dina, trust me, I got lucky, and I would have rather done that at the gym. Hey, you and I love the Who. It's all about Jim.
I need to get a Who t-shirt, don't I? Obviously the odd one out here. Dear. Right. Okay, so...
That was quick.
We should have really had a timer, shouldn't we? Because I think that was, I don't know, 30 seconds or something.
Don't you have a timer on your stream deck?
Yes, but it only goes up to 30 seconds. So that would be a challenge. Hi, Toby.
Hi, Toby.
Let me tell you why this game's neat, and especially for you there in Germany. I saw the greatest game ever played on this by Johannes Ostermeyer,
Yep.
and it was at IFPA 15. It was a pre-event at Cabin Fever in Toronto, Ontario, and he was playing Daniele. He was in the finals of kind of like a Pin Masters, a pin golf tournament, and I'm not lying when I say Johannes probably started 8 multi-balls. Like that's you and I when we play maybe match play, we go monster fish, and
Yep.
try to get some points, maybe video mode. Not these guys, and you've seen, especially on JDL, what Daniele and Johannes could do against each other. He was so dialed in and started multi-ball, and then got the captive ball lit for the super jackpot. Just found it was unreal to watch what he did.
Yeah. The other thing, Johannes, I've watched a few times. Have you heard of Seligenstadt, the pinball museum just outside Frankfurt?
Okay.
It's where the German pinball finals are played.
Okay.
And
League finals.
League finals. And Johannes was playing with a couple of the German guys, and was practicing plunge, bounce over from left to right flipper, instant backflip into the Casters Club. Now, I don't know if you've tried it. It's definitely possible, but it's not easy.
Well, Johannes make it look very easy.
And they were just doing it. It was Stefan Schnitzel, and his name isn't Schnitzel, it's my really bad pronunciation in Germany. But the two of them were just doing it over and over again, ball after ball. It was unbelievable to watch.
Well, I'm not surprised. Anything Johannes does, or so many great Germans there. It's funny, I was talking to those 3 gentlemen from Poland that I was playing on this ICR, and I saw tournaments that they played when I looked at their IFPA, and they had the Pin Olympics in Fulda. And I said to them, this was fun playing. I'll see you there, because that is circled as one place I wanted to go to, and hopefully it's in 2021.
You'll be here. Don't worry. And when you are, we're going to be with you, and we'll look after you like a king. Right.
I don't know about that, but thank you very much. I'm looking forward to it. I had a great time when I saw you at the European Pinball Championships in Denmark. That was just so many people. You just don't get a chance to see, and especially now that there's no Pinburg, when a lot of people would come over, but hopefully people will come over to North America for something like this when that happens. 2022.
It was at that European Pinball Championship where we met, Jeff. You did
that's right.
a very
nice,
quick
but I really knew your work.
Little interview with me that you did on with your little voice recorder, which was great, absolutely great. So
we had a good chat. And thank you for coming on Pinball Profile, to both of you earlier.
Great. We'll come on to a few other things that we've done together as well as we go through this. So let's move on to challenge number 2. This should be a quick one, okay? So this is the first to collect a monster fish, and it can be anything all the way down to 5 million. Now, just to explain for any viewer online that doesn't know how to play fishtails, the monster fish strategy is basically shooting the boat. Okay, so round and round, and then the opposite way round to the other flipper. Each time you do that, you light one of these little fishes, and once you get to 6 little fishes, it lights a monster fish. To collect the monster fish, I'm going to tell you here, Jeff, because I'm sure you don't know. You only have to hit the spinner. You don't have to go all the way around into the hole at the top. This is not the strategy that most average pinball players play in tournament. So let's go for this and see how.
Yeah, you know what, Jim, you're right. In tournaments, and especially in a pump and dump tournament, a lot of people don't do this because pump and dump tournaments, when you're trying to put up the biggest score. So the strategy in this game would be what we just did earlier, the multi-ball.
Yeah.
That's where the big points are. Once you collect your 3 jackpots and light your captive ball.
Yeah.
But this strategy we're doing right now is when I play in leagues or match play, I'm in a group of 4.
Yeah.
I actually do this strategy because it's a good base.
It's a safe strategy, and normally if you can get 50, 60 million in a tournament, you will actually do okay. You won't come last. Yeah, you won't win the world championship, but you won't come last. Yeah.
I once lost the game on fishtails in a tournament against a young lad who collected 15 monster fish. 15.
Wow.
Well, I think my grand champ score, it was mainly monster fish. I know I had a couple of super jackpots, be 200,000, but the rest of the almost 2 billion was monster fish and video.
Yeah, video.
And extra balls. I did have extra balls on. They're off for today.
Yeah. Okay, so here we go with challenge number 2.
All right, Jim, go easy on me. I'm trying out loud.
Right, the countdown.
Right.
Okay.
It's on 3, 1, 2, and 3.
Oh, come on.
Control is everything. Jeff is progressing fast. Jim is locking balls instead of playing what he's supposed to be playing. So Jeff needs to hit that left spinner.
Just proving that the tilt works.
Yeah! Jeff has got it at 8 million.
I got two little fishes.
You got 2 monster fishes?
No, 2 little fishes.
Oh. All right. Finally, some respect against Jim.
Right. So we're going to do the straight on with this challenge against you, and then we get you need to get ball 3 out of the way. So.
Yeah.
Let me start mine over here.
So you're obviously going to start and suffer pinball fatigue, Jeff, because you're playing twice as much pinball as we are. So we're expecting you to start and sort of tail off as we get further into this due to lack of stamina.
Well,
Is that the age thing again?
I'll tell you what I've noticed is with the number of streamers, you're seeing a lot of good play, and maybe they were always there, but one thing about the lockdown is if you're fortunate enough to have a machine or 2, you're going to be learning a lot of skills.
Yeah.
I've been practicing things I normally don't do. You probably won't see me do many drop catches. I hardly ever do them in competition, which is stupid. But I'm just not as comfortable. For whatever reason, it depends. If it's really close to where the thick part of the flipper is, okay, I'll do it. But anywhere else, I'm a little cautious. And I'm consciously trying to do more of that now. But with games like, I guess you can see Simpsons here, there are strategies how to play this game. I don't use those strategies. I just like to play the deepness of this game, and I like to try to get to the wizard mode, which I have not done yet. I've been so close. But, I think it's going to make us, for those that are getting some time at home on games, it's going to make us better pinball players.
Yeah, without
the thing that is hurting us is father time, because getting a little old.
We've had a comment from Tobias, Toby from Germany, about what are these 2 old guys doing playing with this young lady we've got sitting between us. Toby's sense of humour is wicked. Thanks, Toby.
Nice to see Brian Teste on there. That was a nice guy.
Okay, so
Tobias, care for. But
Do your best
getting
against
by.
Dina. Here we go. Go back to the pinball view. Are you ready?
Wait.
We're doing monster fish first to collect. Give me the
Monster fish
countdown.
as before, yeah. Okay, so on the countdown from 5, on 0. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Okay, one to Dina, not one monster fish, one small fish.
Is Jeff monster fish?
Get in there, now he's got a way to go, yeah.
Oh, I had it, I lived
He's
through
got it,
it.
he's collected. Woo. Wow.
Gotta do it. Couldn't control it. I missed on the. There we go. Try it again.
Okay, so we did say earlier that would be a fairly quick one. Yeah.
I heard that.
Actually, are you still playing, Jeff?
No plan.
No, I mean, did you not? I thought you got that first monster fish.
I didn't get it. Didn't collect it.
Oh, didn't get it.
Oh, I didn't collect it. I had it lit, but I didn't score on it.
Okay. Let's pause then. Let's start again because I told Dina you'd finished, so we actually.
Okay.
Yep. So
No, I had it lit, and I kept missing that.
I saw the 5 million on the screen, and I was assuming that was you collecting the 5 million.
No,
So,
I did not collect it. So we'll go again.
which explains why you were continuing to play, of course.
I'll put my hands up when I've got it. Okay.
Okay. Yep. That could be somebody walking in with a machine gun or something as well, but that would have the same effect. Right. So, are you on ball 1?
I'm on ball.
You're on ball 2. You want to restart?
I restarted it.
Right. Okay. Okay. Countdown again. On 0. 5.
Jesse, here to watch Teolis lose. All right, Brian.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Lit. Got it. Hands up.
Finished.
Yeah, okay. I thought I should have played a bit more of fishtails.
That one was dedicated to Brian Tessier. I'm sorry I had to do that to you, Dina, but
It's fine.
No, you know. Everything's fair in love and pinball.
I should have said the one button restart building on this.
Yes, I know. Yeah. Oh, well.
So, our next challenge is interesting.
Right, the next challenge is definitely one that we may not get to. So we're looking for this. Hey, stop doing that.
Sterling, you should have set a restart.
Yeah. So the next one is to start Rock the Boat. And let me just go back again to the pinball view to explain how you do this. So basically you have to do something called a long cast, which is all the way around this orbit in order to advance the captive ball to this blue light here, which is Rock the Boat. To start Rock the Boat, you have to hit then captive ball then 3 times. So this is difficult, challenging, and if anybody who plays fishtails regularly knows as soon as Rock the Boat starts, the ball goes straight down, because there's that rush of adrenaline when you hear the Rock the Boat music. I mean, the music on fishtails is, I don't know, probably one of the best in all of this generation of pinball machines. Different tunes for different jackpot stages and everything. It really is phenomenal. Yes, I don't know who did the sound. Maybe you do, Jeff, do you know?
Yeah, so that was Chris Granner. Let me check. It is Chris Granner.
Yeah.
And Mark Ritchie, Python Angelo's layout, Granner's music is spectacular. The callouts are good. And you got a beauty, eh? I mean, that means a lot to us Canadians because it sounds so Canadian. Okay, Rock the Boat. This could be a tough one. We might not get it done in 3 balls.
No, I think we could finish up with a draw here, but let's see. You never know. It depends how good you are with that long cast shot. Okay. Yep. So let's give it a go.
Again, we're not hitting the Rock the Boat. We're just starting Rock the Boat.
Starting it.
The purple inserts.
As soon as that music starts, you can throw your hands up in the air. Okay. All right. Here we go. Right, go on to move over.
And on 3. Are you ready?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. The long cast is actually something that I normally play in tournaments. Right. Seems to be advancing the home bonus, which is good. Oops, tilt is not very good.
But I got one of my captive balls and another long track here.
Yeah. It is a difficult task, yes. Right, that's 1, that's 2. So Jim just needs 3 captive balls. Jeff has got the second captive ball, so we bonus it. Yeah, Jeff's got Rock the Boat.
No, I've not started it yet. I've got it late, so I'm not got started.
What?
I've got to get a captive ball.
Jeff has played it, he started it, look. Jeff has won. You can stop playing.
Jeff done it?
Yep.
Yes?
Nicely done, Jeff.
Thanks, Jim. You woke up the beast with that first beat down on that monster jackpot.
I locked a ball as well. Do I get any extra points for locking the ball?
Did you lock a ball?
I locked a ball, yeah.
Yeah, I did too. It tilted, I think, on my first ball too.
I don't think we included that in the rules, so...
I'm just going to drain that for the locking though.
Oh dear. Now,
Such a
okay,
great
so...
game. You know, the warm-up I like to do on this game when I'm playing is just walk the boat. Just go up and down the left.
Yeah.
That kind of helps me a lot with the timing of the game. You know, I was saying this on a recent podcast. I think it was on our final round Pinball podcast with Marty Robbins that I do on the Pinball Network. And I said, one thing I've learned since I've been at home, I used to always concentrate on where on the flipper I want to hit it. But I wasn't paying as much attention to the speed of the ball. This game makes you pay attention to the speed of the ball.
Yeah.
Because when you go up the boat, it might rattle a little bit in that wire form, and then it's going to slow the ball down.
Yep.
So you have to delay your hit a little bit. Sometimes it comes flying, you got to go a little earlier. And that's what I've really been paying attention to. Not so much where on the flipper, the speed of the ball.
Yeah. This, I mean, I don't know if you're the same. This was the second pinball machine I ever bought. The first one was Indy 500, which was a really nice fast game. And I bought this one because it always appears in tournaments and nobody ever likes it. And I bought it to get to the point where when I saw it in a tournament, I was actually pleased because I knew how to play it. And I actually categorized it as a classic machine because you have to play it like a classic. You cannot play it like a Indy 500, otherwise you'll just lose the ball straight away.
You talked about it not being big in competitions. It's not a very deep game.
No, no.
And but it's just I just have so much fun playing this game. I don't
I've
know
lost
how to
these
get rid of it.
boys.
It brings me back to my youth. 30 years ago, or whenever this came out. I remember this coming out, and it wasn't obviously competitive pinball, but I was just going to a laundromat playing pinball as I was doing my laundry, being a young guy, and I just kept coming back to this game, loving it. I remember even changing my, old tape voice message to "Gone fishing, leave a message," and that was my message for years. That's all that.
Awesome. Yeah, that's. I think any pinball player that's played for a long time, been involved in the tournament scene particularly, has their own opinion on fishtails. They either love it or they really, really hate it. So.
Wow, I don't know too many people that hate it. I mean, it's just a lot of the newer players don't maybe understand because it isn't a deep game, but it's just. There are different things you can do. You have to decide, am I going to go big game or little game? Little game is just go monster fish all day. Big game is, I'm going to really try to light that captured ball, but that takes a lot to do. That takes 3 locks. That takes another 3 locks, another 3 orbits just to light the captured ball.
Yep.
That's
and then,
a lot. You might not get there.
And then you get that adrenaline rush and you miss it anyway. I mean, you'll have been the same. The number of times you get to that super jackpot lit and you think, wow, this is the chance for a new grand champion score. And then suddenly the balls have disappeared. It's a strange thing.
Yeah. All right, Dina.
Okay, Dee, here we go with challenge number 3, Rock the Boat.
Rock the boat.
Just make that. You want that. All right. Good luck.
Okay, so on 0, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. These locking balls.
Oh, yeah.
Lock the ball.
Oh, yeah. And Jeff's locked the ball as well, just to show he can do the same.
Lock the ball.
Nice bit of shoving going on from Dina.
Oh my goodness, I can't hit the easiest shot in the orbit. Haven't hit one.
No, she's got a way to go.
What? I can't hit. Oh, I didn't make it all the way around.
Are you there?
What's Dina do?
Okay, this is a tough challenge. This is not easy.
Oh, bloody hell.
This cone. I've never seen this before. What's that?
Now I started the multiball.
Dina started multiball.
Still can play the 3 long casts in multiball.
Go for the orbit. That's the ball, I guess. You got it right there.
But she can advance the captive ball during multiball, so this might actually work to advantage.
Feel my captive ball. I just need one more long pass and one more captive ball.
Okay.
How's it doing?
Dee's just finished a multiball.
Well, I still won't hit anything.
Hey, now I need the captain ball. Got it.
Got it? Yeah, rock the boat. Okay, Jeff,
We got it.
victorious on that one.
Oh, yeah. We shall play more pinball, darling.
Yeah, I know.
And then we shall play less GP and more something else.
Nice to see Rich on the stream.
Yeah, yeah.
I want to talk about a great player. Holy cow, Rich Mallet.
Yeah. Yes, it was UK #1 for a while before the pandemic, and
Yeah.
Peter Blakemore up there, of course, as well. But there's some.
You've got another streamer, Oz Eric, who's on Melbourne Silverball, which means it's 3 in the morning there, maybe
Wow.
4 in the morning.
Some people
I don't
are
know if
just
he's
crazy.
getting up or staying late. Do you have a paper route? What's going on?
Cheers, guys. We're on the wine. It's 6 o'clock in the evening here in Germany, so yeah, we're okay.
And we have 2 weeks off work, so there shall be some advantages to that.
Yeah, we finished work yesterday for 2 weeks. We're only taking 2 weeks because we haven't been able to take the holidays during the year because there was no way you could go. So the holidays back up, and you finish up taking them in the end of the year.
I've been with the company for 16 years, knock on wood, and I have a few weeks holidays and whatnot. And when I always used to say when I would go to different firms, I go to a lot. They'd say, "How do you have time off work?" And I'm like, "Well, think about it. I'm really only taking the Friday off because I'm going for weekend tournaments.
Yep.
So I don't take full weeks in a row. Well, this year, March, I don't know if I've taken maybe 2 or 3 personal holidays. So this carries over to next year. So let's go. Oh, hold on a second. Come on, say hi. My lovely wife is bringing me pizza.
Pizza.
Wow.
Say hi. Oh, this is my wife, Anne.
Hi. Hey, we've heard a lot about you.
Oh.
By the way, you're being streamed live on the internet.
And all good as well. So
you're
you're
definitely
definitely
there's baking, cooking. Probably
It's
some
not a
pizza.
bib.
yeah,
What is
You're-
the apron? Sorry.
you're definitely the better looking half of the couple. Must be responsible for the beauty of your children.
The hair is catching up though.
Yeah, it sort of matches in. Jeff, I think we were talking about doing a stream together, and you were going away for the weekend to your cabin. He actually said you were going camping. Now, camping in England means going with a little tent and setting it up, knocking pegs in the ground and sleeping on airbeds and things like that. Which is what I'd sort of envisaged when he said, we're going to camping for a weekend. And then he sent me a photograph of the sort of absolutely gorgeous wooden lodge that we were staying in for the weekend. It's like,
That's not camping.
that's not camping.
It's glamping. Yeah.
Clamping.
Yeah. So this is Dina and Lindsay. When we were in Denmark, they were at that tournament we were at. And they do streaming on JDL Pinball. It's one of the best competition streams you'll see anywhere. They do such a wonderful business. And Dina's originally from Siberia.
Siberia, yeah.
Oh.
And Jim is from England, but they both live in Germany. And,
We do.
And you can ask Anne, are we dying to go to Germany?
Yes.
Yeah, and when you
Oh, yeah.
and when you come, we're going out with you because basically I've spent 7 years living in Germany, and my knowledge of German is small. Yeah, definitely small. And so I always look for English native speakers anywhere in the locality because it's really nice to go out with some English speaking people.
Yes.
We've got some great German guys here as well, of course. We've built up a real friendship, particularly in the pinball community here in Germany. But it's always nice to get the English speakers. So yeah, you're welcome anytime, and we will honestly make a fuss of you. We're going to get you to Bulls and Balls sometime, hopefully, if not next
Hold on a
year,
second.
the
You
year
told my
after.
wife you're going to get her some bowls and balls. You should explain.
Ah,
'Cause,
okay. All right. Bulls and balls. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'll take your point. Apologies, it wasn't meant to be embarrassing. The bulls and balls stands for the bulls is a dartboard, and the balls is a game of pool. So it's a dart, billiard, and pinball club, and it's in the centre of Germany, around Frankfurt, and it's where we run a lot of the major tournaments. So the Pinball Olympics, the big Whopper tournaments, Ho 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 at Christmas, are all run from Bulls and Balls. And it's sort of our home for streaming. Yes. It's,
well, for people who are not very interested in actually playing some pinball, Fulda is a beautiful city.
Yeah,
it's full of charm and lots of old buildings and historic sites and everything. So yeah, if you don't want to hang out in the Bulls and Balls locality, then you can always go for a walk.
Yeah. So Anne, when I say I'm going to Germany, or we're going to Germany 2-3 times a year, you know,
2-3 times.
you'll understand why.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm sure we can come up with. I don't know. We'll create a little fund for paying for flights and things like that.
I could see us doing it a couple of times. Once for pinball, and then once for my work.
Yeah.
So we could maybe pull off these trips.
She can watch this later, Jeff. You know, do you realise that?
Actually, she can see me go up there.
Yeah.
Nothing goes unnoticed.
Thank you.
I gotta go get my cookies. Bye.
Okay.
Bye.
All right. Take care. Bye. That was really nice.
Then you get
Sweetheart,
fed.
I'm a lucky man.
Yeah, I think. I mean, I am obviously a lucky man as well with this one. She's not only lovely, but she is a real pinball enthusiast. So when we go out with the streaming gear, she's doing more work than I do. I just sit behind the microphone talking. She's the one that makes it actually happen.
Well, everybody
I
needs to
remember
do
watching
what's
IFPA 16 and just seeing Dina always flying around, and yeah, that was something. You guys do great work.
One of us can move fast and the second one can talk. So, job division.
Okay, Men Live It wants us to play. We're going to do it right now.
Yep, right. So challenge number 4 is to start Fish Frenzy. Okay. This is a strategy you would definitely not play in tournaments, because it's about hitting these targets here at the side and lighting these 4 fish. So each time you complete one of these fish, it will allow you to collect it by shooting the spinner. In this particular challenge, you don't need to collect the fish, you only need to light it. And when you've lit the 4th fish, as in this big green one here, this one, then it lights a mode called Fish Frenzy. And the purple arrows you will see flash in the boat, and also the purple arrows here and here. And each one of those shots scores 5 million. We don't need to collect those shots. We just need to start the fish.
It'll say it on the screen, but you know what's interesting about what this challenge is? It's going to be tough because no player goes for this. It's just kind of you fall into it when you maybe hit the slings and they bounce off these stand-ups, but those are risky shots, especially in a fast game like this.
So, and you have to do them in order as you get further through the fish. So they actually get more difficult. It starts off where you can hit either one, and then you have to hit them in the correct sequence. So Jeff's right. The only time you would ever play this is if you own the machine and you want to get your name on for the maximum number of fish. So that's the only reason I've ever played it. So it should be fun. Okay, over to
do
Dina.
it.
All right. Start your jalopies.
This will be neat because this is not one we go for.
Jeff, have you pressed the button yet? Yeah. On 3, 1, 2, 3. There's lots of nice long cast shooting going on. Yeah, that's better. So Jeff is on fish number 2. Jim is still trying to torture the first one.
Got 1.
Right.
Got 2.
2. Well, Jim is a total liar anyway.
Oh, green.
Dunga dunga.
These stand up and then these, but I gotta move
Yeah.
them first.
So whatever is late, you shoot.
How's he doing? Oh, I saw that tilt, Jim. Too aggressive. Too much wine.
Yeah. Jim has got third fish left. And collect it.
Got 3.
Jim's got Jeff is on fish number 4. Jim is on fish number 4 as well. 3 fish caught.
3.
Total liar is Jeff. Jim only 1 target. Yeah. Jim's got fish to frenzy.
Jim got it?
Yeah.
Good job. Oh, and I just got it too. Good job, Jim.
That was close.
Oh, that's close.
Yeah.
Good job, Jim.
Yes, there was lots of yanking about.
Lots of yanking, yeah.
Dang.
Yanking.
Oh dear. I mean, again, a good comment from Pinmatic as well. Pinmanic. This is fun. Yeah. This is. It's just setting a different bar. It's not necessarily a higher bar. It's just a different one. And I think this really works.
That's good. Okay, so we try it again, Dina and I, and again, we're trying to start Fish Frenzy.
She's just drunk half a bottle of wine, so you should be okay on this.
Yeah, missing important shots and going into the useless targets is probably going to work quite well.
For those just watching, we're doing an ICR challenge, a best out of 9. We've actually got 6 different challenges. Hopefully we get to all
We'll
6
repeat some.
Well, Jim and I definitely work with 5 and 2.
Yeah.
Four.
So just back on this challenge.
Right now we're on the start Fish Frenzy, so whenever you're ready.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Counting down from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Got 1. I got 2.
Yeah.
Got 3.
Wow. Oh, he's there. He's finished.
Wow,
That was
that was
incredible.
fast.
Sling.
We have super
If you watch
slings.
the replay.
Hey, dear. Switch it
Trust
up.
me, Dina, I want to do it to Jim, not you.
That's fine.
Oh dear. That was another sort of nice, quick challenge, but fun. Let me just ask you a question. Have
Yep.
you actually played this on your machine to get the maximum number of fish? Have you ever tackled it? Have a
No,
look
I
on
don't
your-
think so.
have a look
I
on-
can, no.
Okay, do it as a challenge. Basically, I do it whenever Dina gets that high score on the machine. So if she gets,
I'll tell you what, we'll do challenge number 7, most fish at the end of the game.
okay, yeah, because obviously you can go around it twice or 3 times, so you can get Fish Frenzy 3 times, and you've got 12 fish.
I don't think, I feel the channel on, I have to turn off and on.
I think
I don't think I've ever got 12 fish.
I think on my machine
I think it's 9.
it'll be something like 9. Just
I think mine's pink. Mine's 8. I know my rock the boat is 18.
yeah, you can't scroll through, can you? You just have to wait for it to get round. But anyway, that's another great bit of fun. And yes, Rich, Jeff crushed it. I think I'm playing the right games here, because obviously you're playing a lot better on the opposite games when you're playing Dina. There may be
Well,
some.
in fairness to Dina, it's actually not fair to Dina because I just had a warm up. So Dina should go first on this one, and then we're both fresh, and then I can kick your butt, Jim.
Okay, challenge accepted. So we swap orders. Dear. I'll tell you what, just before we do go on to this, let's just have a couple of seconds on Stern's new machine, Led Zeppelin, because I know you've mentioned this quite a bit in your podcasts. We've all seen the promotional videos. Not very much online at the moment on it, but the theme is awesome. Led Zeppelin, absolutely amazing band, and I know it's the reason why you and Dina are wearing the Who t-shirts today.
Well, the Who and Zeppelin have a lot of similarities too, right?
Yeah.
But in fact, Jimmy Page plays guitar on the song "I Can't Explain." Did you know that?
Yeah.
He's a session player.
Ah.
But Zeppelin is my dream theme, no question about it. When I saw the art packages, I love the Pro, which a lot of Zeppelin fans, non-Zeppelin fans, are like, what is this polka dot thing? What is all this?
Yeah.
It's a perfect replication of Led Zeppelin 3.
Yeah.
And then the classic iconic first album is on their premium, and then the Swan Song logo on the LE. I actually prefer the Pro artwork the best.
Yep.
I will say that I am disappointed that the back glass, the cabinet, and the coin box are all the same art. You got to mix it up. Look at what Zombie Eddie did on Avenger. You see not only different stuff on each one, but on all 3 different models.
Yeah, true.
And there's enough Zeppelin properties that they had assets to. I'm disappointed in that sense. Okay, that's a small potatoes thing. The layout, as Dina said earlier, Steve Ritchie games are fun. They have great flow. We saw that on the limited streams we saw last night on Facebook Live. The coding, and I had a good chance to talk with Tim Sexton on Pinball Profile. It just made me love the game even more. I mean, I was already biased because of the theme, but when Tim started explaining the code, I'm like, this is going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah. Different reactions depending whether you're in verse or chorus or Tim's actually brought another dimension, I think, to pinball coding. Great machines. Black Knight Sword of Rage, I think, is awesome. And to know he's involved in this, it's on our list of very high maybes to get one. Yeah, we'll be talking, I think, soon.
Well, on the mixing open the cabinet art, I am exactly the opposite, Jeff. I don't like pinball machines because they're way too colorful for my liking and for my sense of beauty. I like this sort of modest, unified thing as a piece of furniture, because pinball is a piece of furniture, so it needs to fit in a particular space that already has decoration in. So I actually love the fact that it's very unified. And if it was, for example, if I was buying one pinball machine, I would have chosen this one for decorative purposes.
Oh, wow, okay.
Yeah.
But you know what, Dina, I obviously people know that I like Led Zeppelin or love Led Zeppelin. My favorite band for 40 years. It's why I started playing drums. I have so many great moments in Zeppelin in my lifetime. But I had 100 different Facebook messages, texts, the day it came out and asked me, what do you think? And I asked them what they thought about the art. And there is no consensus. People love the Pro, hate the LE. Love the LE, hate the Pro. I mean, So they've got something for everyone. All right, that's pretty good.
Yeah, but that's also dependent on your love of the particular albums, the Led Zeppelin 1 is, I grew up with Led Zeppelin 1, so I know I can sing the whole album without music and words.
It's a perfect album.
And so as I think people are then younger, they get attracted. Dina's favourite Led Zeppelin album is
Physical Graffiti, because of Kashmir, because that's my favorite Led Zeppelin song.
now
It's Robert Plant's favorite album too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that was after my sort of musical era, so I didn't really follow Led Zeppelin much beyond 72, 73. So,
Well, here's another thing, Jim, and again, having 40 years invested into this band, what I've learned is Led Zeppelin has a greater appeal in North America than they do in their own home country of England.
wow.
Because they toured before in 1969 when they had their first two albums come out in January and October, the Led Zeppelin 2. They toured the States 3 different times. They built this huge base. They put in the groundwork to get this massive fan base. And then they came out in March with Led Zeppelin 3. So in the span of 14 months, they've given us 3 platinum iconic albums. When Physical Graffiti came out in 1975, that was their 6th album, and that was a double album. All 6 albums were on the top 100 Billboard chart. That's pretty impressive after, 6 years of music.
Yeah. And the music lives forever. So yeah.
But about that game and about Guns N' Roses, which is another spectacular game.
Yeah.
As much as I like both those games, I can see pinball enthusiasts say, look, if I don't like that music, it's going to be hard for me to enjoy that game. Maybe you can put in Pin Sound and replace the one on Zap, but then you're losing out. I know a lot of people when Iron Maiden came out, which is a spectacular game, maybe it wasn't their cup of tea, that type of music, so they switched it. Neil McCready had the disco in. Ed Robertson had some funny music in there too for his Bare Naked Ladies version of Iron Maiden. But I don't know. I think all those bands I just mentioned, and Who comes out like Deep Root. I mean, these are all great, iconic bands that work well with pinball.
Absolutely. We bought our first new in-box machine was AC/DC, and the third one between Game of Thrones was Iron Maiden. And we don't like Iron Maiden music. We actually set the music volume to minimum and the call-out volume to maximum. And that's a demonstration.
Probably because the set list on Iron Maiden was unfortunate. Because Guns N' Roses set list is fantastic. That is the best songs that Guns N' Roses ever produced for everybody.
Anyway, let's get on with the next challenge. So, challenge number 5. And this is an interesting one because it's the first to finish video mode. So to get video mode lit, you need to do the same strategy as on Rock the Boat. You need to do the long casts in order to advance to the green light here, hit the captive ball twice. That then lights video mode in this top hole, which you shoot all the way around into the top. Now, the reason the challenge is to finish video mode is because video mode is actually quite nice to see. So I wanted to see the players actually play it, and if they are a long way in front of the other player, they will play it for maximum points. If the 2 players get there at the same time, then you will see them fire 20 torpedoes in less than a second, because that will then end the challenge. Yep.
So are we? Well, I'm up for anything you want, Jim. Are we just finishing it or trying to do well with it?
No, you're trying to finish it. So what I'm asking is, if you get to video mode and Dina isn't near video mode yet,
I can't see that.
then play it, because then the people at home can see you sinking the boaters. But if it's close, then you're just going to want to finish it as quickly as possible.
How about a compromise? How about a compromise? You have to hit 12. You have to hit at least 12 things.
Okay. Okay. All right, that works. So you have to hit at least 12 boats in order to win.
Okay? That way you're not going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, up to 20.
Okay.
You gotta hit something.
Better challenge, yeah. Okay, so good luck, guys. Countdown from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. So you'll see Dina here be, first of all, trying to get the long cast. Manages to get fish finder, not quite sure how that happened. Jeff loses his first ball.
My video was lit, I just gotta hit
Okay, so Dina's ball down. Now the other part to this challenge is that this red light has to be lit. It's lit at the start of a ball, but only for a few seconds.
grazing and not hitting it real.
So to relight it, you have to come down this, the left-in lane.
I got it lit, I just gotta get there now.
So, okay, Jeff has video mode lit.
Here we go.
Okay. Video mode begins. And pretty expert shooting of the boaters here. I don't think there's any doubt he's going to manage 12. Okay, so well done to Jeff, and Dina just starts the video mode at the same time. We'll let her finish the video mode. This machine is set up with a big score, so if you shoot enough of the little boaters at the front, you get that BS, which gives you another 30 million. So, sorry, 20 million, so that she beat you on score, Jeff.
I hit 18 boaters.
So I think we'd probably give Dina the point. No, I'm joking.
No, that's fine. I suck. I know.
Jeff's just too good today. Well,
Jeff is always good.
that could apply to any day, Jeff, really.
Yeah, thanks, Rick. I got lucky there. But you know what? This is a game. You know, you get punished on your bricks. You hit the posts, you're gonna find the outlanes. You're gonna, and I like to keep my games with really, really tight tilts because I play in a lot of competitions. So if I have them loose, I'm going to get into some really bad habits. And then when I go to any competition, the slightest nudge is going to tilt. So, you know, you really have to, yes, it's fun to, on something like Simpsons Pinball Party, I'd love to complete the wizard mode and I'll turn on extra balls when I'm trying to, but it doesn't help me as far as competition. So once IFPA starts up again, I'm going to have to tighten everything even a little bit more, take off all the extra balls, just to kind of get in that mindset so that when I go to a competition, I'm not overwhelmed.
I absolutely agree with that, and I think most tournament players do that with their machines. What I've also advised newer players to the scene is that when they get a machine is to actually set it on 5-ball with extra balls so that they can actually get to the final modes. And once they've done that, then tune the machine back in again. But I think, you know, the things like AC/DC is a good example to get to Encore. To get to Encore is really tough. To do it on 3 balls, no extra balls, is not going to happen for the majority of us.
It took the COVID-19 and the isolation for me to finally do it. I've done it 4 times.
Yeah.
I am on 3-ball, but I have extra balls with, so that does make it a little bit easier. And you and I both, it's our first new in-box game, and I can't see that one leaving here because it's just so much fun. It's punishing.
Yeah,
I'll play a game like Simpsons, where it's a stop and go game. Like you really line up your shots if you're trying to complete the wizard mode. If you're trying to play for blowing up the score, hit the garage, go up top, start Multiball 13. but I like all the different shots.
Agreed.
And I'll play that, and then I'll go to AC/DC, and AC/DC seems like it's sped up 10 times faster. I'm like, whoa! So a game like this is a fast-playing game, AC/DC's fast, something like this, very stop and go.
Absolutely. Right, okay, let's go for it then.
All right, Jim, we're tied
Right.
2-2. And
First, the
what is
finish
the game?
video mode
Video mode.
with
So video mode.
12
yeah.
fishies, or 12 boaters.
Okay, tell me, give the countdown.
It's 3, 2, 1, go!
AC/DC is great, Doug Parsons, you're right.
If it's
Yeah,
got a long
lots of
cast,
balls.
now it's got a ball lock. Right, long cast and a ball lock. Right, that's one. So Jim gets another hit of the boat. Yeah, that's it. Bouncing going about.
Okay.
Right. That's the wrong turn. Yeah, nearly there, not quite. Keep playing, Jeff. Keep playing, keep playing.
I'm playing. Come on.
Right, I think Jim is playing all the strategies at once. Yeah, that's better.
Oh, we're finishing.
Yeah. Right. Jeff has got the monster fish.
I'm finished.
Jim is finished.
Video mode.
Jim's
Jim in
finished.
video mode?
Yeah.
He is?
Yeah, finished. But, play, but look, play it anyway. That's
Okay.
Yeah.
Good job, Jim.
Thank you. The change in order obviously works.
I got perfect, though.
Oh, perfect.
Nice job, Jim. 3-2.
No.
Yeah.
You're taking it out on me, Jeff.
I'm not trying to, I promise.
I need to play better.
So Dina, we're done our challenge, but let's just do it for fun. Let's just have it continue on. You know, for our next challenge, which is which one do you
So
have
the
here?
next one would be light the boat.
So the 5 inserts up here, we have to
Yes.
light all 5 of them. Oh,
To light all the way up to the red one, the multi-ball. You don't need to collect. You don't need to collect the awards. Just simply 5 long casts to get to the hull of the boat lit. So you could theoretically do it in 5 shots.
yeah, right. It's on me struggle just to do that to get 2 for lighting video mode. Okay. All right.
Right.
So it's basically 5 of these for me, and then we're good. Can you see my screen okay, whether they're lit or not? You can.
Yeah, we can. Yeah, it looks okay.
You'll have to shout on that one because it's difficult to see your boat.
I will call out my long cast. So right now we start with hold bonus. So actually, technically, it's only 4 shots.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, yeah. We'll trust you. If you shout that you've lit it, that's fine.
Well, Jim, I'm definitely yelling it on you. Okay.
Okay, here we go. Counting down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. That's 1 to Dina.
Got 1.
1 to Jeff.
Got 2.
2 to Jeff. And of course, if he can keep it
Got
lit,
3.
he can keep going round and round. That's 3 to Jeff. So Jeff gets 1 more.
Got it.
You got it.
You got it? Wow.
Got it. Here, I'll even start it too. Oh yeah.
That was fast.
Why can't I do this against Jim? It's bullcrap.
So you're now going to collect them, yeah? Okay, so. Okay, let that go.
Do we need it to set it to
I know, I should have set the restart. Okay, so straight into the challenge, yeah?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Thanks, Rich. Merry Christmas.
Right.
Okay, ready?
All set?
When you are.
Yes.
On 3, 1, 2, 3.
Got 1.
1.
Oh, I agree. On video mode. I need 3 more. Come on. Oh, look at that guy, long cast. Long cast? What a Jim. Get him some more
Jim is
wine.
on casting.
I got 3.
3.
Not gonna 1.
And that was the first cast. Jim is on 1.
I'm in the pot. Get out of there. Oh, I'm in the pot. Got 4.
You got it.
Got it.
Hey. Jeff is the winner.
Hi guys in Austria. We've got some people on there. Obscura 101. Thanks for tuning in. This is a great fun evening with Jeff Teolis over in Canada. It's currently, I think, 20 to 2 where you are, Jeff? 22 something? 20 to 1?
20 to 1.
20 to 1 in the afternoon. So anyway, it's far too early.
20 to 1.
Yeah, far too early for Jeff to be drinking. So we can enjoy
cheers.
a glass of wine here. Cheers, Jeff.
Hold on. I'm going to accept that challenge.
So, shall we pick the 3 challenging sounds of the 6?
Or do we want to do the most fish in the game?
No, that's going to take ages.
Yeah, true. Okay, so we could do with finishing in the next 20 minutes or so, couldn't we? So let's wait for Jeff to come back. I think he's gone to get a beer. I think it's gone past 12 o'clock, so
How
everybody is
dare
allowed
you
a
say
beer.
I want a little bit of shot of Fireball, baby.
Oh, wow.
This is
Fireball.
my poison.
Is that after the pinball machine?
No, it's a cinnamon whiskey. It's actually a Canadian drink.
Sounds
And,
nice.
You know, this is a family show. I can't really tell you what happened when I was in Australia, but when I was there in January, we had a Pinball Profile World Tour event, and it was the Flip Frenzy, which is a format I love. And Brian C., who you know from the Head to Head Pinball podcast, now on Jesse J's Pinball Adventures, it was at his place, and they said every time you beat Jeff, Jeff has to do a shot of Fireball. Jim, Dina, I was a mess. I was a mess. But the funny thing is, I still won the tournament. And there were
Oh,
47
yeah.
people there. Thank
Nice.
God, because that's a big point getter in 2020 when everything's bleeding.
You'd have failed the drug test.
So maybe this is what I need for a gym. So cheers.
I'm scared.
Okay.
Right, look, we could do with wrapping this up in about another 20 minutes. I don't think we're going to get to the 9. Can we drop it to a 7?
Well, I've set up the IFPA thing for 9. We're right now. The score is.
Shall we do some quick ones then? So shall we do the
Rock the boat, the finish video mode, and
the monster fish is the quickest one, yeah?
Sure.
Monster
Okay, so the score right now is 3-3. Jim, Jeff and Dina are done, and
Yeah.
Jim and I are 3-3, and it's a best of 9. So, what's your challenge? What do you want to do?
Let's do. Oh, we see monster fish. You're going to beat me easily. I think we need to let Dina choose the challenge, don't we? Because go on, Dee, you choose.
Rock the boat, monster fish, and first the jackpot.
Well, we probably won't need all of them, so it's only till somebody
Well,
gets
we
to
could, but rock the boat.
You're on 3-3. It can go to the 9th game.
I know it can, but it's not guaranteed to. It might be just 2. So, which is the first one we're playing?
Rock the boat.
Right, first to rock the boat. Okay.
So I need to hit 2 orbit shots and then 2 captive balls.
Yep, exactly. And as soon as the music starts to rock the boat, that's the end of the challenge.
It also says it on the display too.
Yep.
Yes.
And you get a little rock the boat with the people going backwards and forwards. Right. Okay. Here we go.
Okay.
It's on 3, 1, 2, 3. Right, no long cast yet. Yeah, that's 1 for Jim. That's 2 for Jim. So 3 long casts and 3 capture balls. So our machine shoots the best on the capture ball from the right flipper. It's not universal.
Got it.
Lots of. Jeff got it!
Got it.
That was quick.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I thank Fireball for that little bit of boost.
Can you
Jeff?
you send some over?
You know why I won? Because men never listen. Do you know how many times I told Jim that to get the captive ball on our boat, it needs to shoot from the right?
The right flipper.
The right flipper
You know what? That's
is...
such a good point. I mean, because this is a time challenge, I was shooting from either flipper, but if I'm playing a controlled game where time doesn't matter, I always shoot captive ball
From the right flipper.
never from my left.
Yeah,
Yep. She's always right, Jeff. I've told you this.
Yeah.
my
before.
purpose in life.
The left just seems to come through a center drain.
Yeah. And the timing seems to be more difficult to control
Yeah.
from the left as well. I have no idea why that is.
Well, it's not. It's the force that actually hits the ball throughout. So, right.
Okay, so next challenge.
Next challenge is first the jackpot.
First a multiball.
Oh,
jackpot.
Maniac.
Okay. Catch a
Thanks a
maniac.
lot. What's the challenge? Sorry.
Jackpot in multiball.
Oh, Jim won this one. Okay.
This is revenge time.
Got it.
Range time.
Hang on, I need to drain my last ball.
Yeah. Jim, it's raining some balls.
That shot, I'm feeling it.
I love the manscaping sponsor of the week today.
Real.
Okay, so multiball, yeah?
Yeah, wait a second. Jeff is still restarting.
Okay, ready to go?
On 3, 1, 2, 3. So we're playing first to Jackpot in Multiball.
Whoa,
Yeah.
you're off the bat.
Jeff has gone for the fast cast, which is always a good idea. Call it wacky.
Yeah, 2 times, too quick.
Right, Jeff has gone the first one. It's another strategy, control and
Ball block.
oh, it's a lot more difficult to control. Right, that's ball 2 for Jeff.
Ball block.
Jeff started the multiball, that's good. Jeff started multiball as well. Right.
15 seconds to shoot it here.
Yes!
Jackpot from Jim!
Nope, I didn't get it. Oh, you did? Ah!
Yeah, did he?
Jim, well done. That's boy.
Wow, it's all down to the last game then.
Last game. This is awesome.
So it's really to the wire. Wow.
Should we let the chat decide what to pick for the challenge?
Do we want to make up a new one, or do we just pick one of the ones we've done?
Shall we do the most fish in the game then, as a final challenge?
We could. We could. There's 24 people watching us right now. They could pick the challenge if they wanted.
Anybody want to suggest the
We could
challenge?
just do simple best score by the end of the game.
Ah, that's boring. Anyway, you're a much better player than me, so that gives you an advantage.
Well, why do you think I suggested it?
Oh dear. So we've got, obviously we wouldn't do first a multi-ball, we wouldn't do monster. We could do first a monster fish, but that is really quick. It's
No, let's do most fish in the game.
most fish in the game.
Because Jeff suggested that earlier on.
Okay. Well, there's no other suggestions coming. So collect as many fish as you can. Do you have to collect them, or do you just have to light them?
You just have to light them because collecting them is a different thing. That's fish toll, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's tails told. Yeah.
Tails told.
But-
So
but-
fish
Does it
collected.
show how many fish you get?
You can get four fish collected, and it's not told. It's not collected. It's called fish caught, I think.
Yeah.
Fish caught and tail told. So the first part lights the top part of the fish, and if you collect it by hitting the spinner, then it lights the tail of the fish. So it's fairly. So we're only after the top part of the fish, and that.
Well, at the end of the game, does it show how many
Yes.
you've got?
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, it counts when it counts the bonus and
Yes,
stuff.
and
It always says
Yep.
fish caught and then tails told.
yeah. So it's
Right,
the-
Dina, you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're fine with this.
Yeah.
Wow. This is
Game
an
9,
interesting.
great.
This is something that nobody ever plays. So yeah, Jim needs to drain some balls.
Only one ball, but I do need to drain it.
So it doesn't matter about, we don't have to go 3, 2, 1 because it's the end of the game thing, but whenever you're ready.
Okay. Do it anyway, and then.
Right, everybody's ready?
Yeah.
Yes.
On 3, 1, 2, 3. So we're playing for the most fish caught in the whole of the game. Just seem to have caught a fish. Maybe not. Alright, you must explain everything else apart from the fish. That's better. Tilt is not as good. See, not much fish being caught. Jefferson fish number 4. Jefferson fish number 2.
Got 3 fish, but I'm on ball 3.
I'm on ball 3 as well. I only have 2.
How many do you have?
2.
Still playing.
Oh, but how many fish does he have?
2.5.
It's your game.
We're done?
Yeah, I only got 2.
Well, that is a sweet victory. That was fun. That was a lot of good challenges. Good mix up to really show the different things that are on the scheme.
Well, look, when we were talking about this earlier, we weren't sure whether to do a live stream of this or not. And then between us, we thought, look, what the hell? There's been no preparation for it. There's been no advertising that we're going to be doing this. We just said, go for the throat. Let's just make it happen. And I think that's been great fun. And we've had 20 odd people watching. They must have enjoyed at least me talking.
You know
if
what?
not you.
It's content. It's something, right? There's not a lot of it out there, and as far as competition, it's fun. Personally, I just like getting to talk to you, Dina and Jim. I mean, and you said, do we do it live? Do we just show each other? I'm like, I put it on live. I don't care.
Yep.
You know, I mean, we can tell some stories and say hi to our friends. So yeah, it was nice. Thanks for doing this. It's
Been absolutely awesome. So
Thank you for the idea, Jeff.
yeah, thanks for the idea. Thanks for making it happen. Thanks for Pinball Profile and the podcast, because he does some awesome work there as well. And we look forward to getting back. Well, we'll look forward to meeting again, because we'll think of something else to do between now and the end of COVID. I am absolutely sure. If you remember back to the Pinball Alps tournament, that was great fun as well. Yeah. So
God bless Tobias and the crew there, and I couldn't believe all the games of the Pinball Alps. All those games were there.
I know. Yeah.
Turtles. The first time I saw turtles.
And Daniel Iacciari as well. I mean, what more can you ask? So the nice thing, if you like, about COVID is that it is bringing a lot of the regular pinball guys together in a different way. And I think we're all getting to know each other a little better, which has got to be a good thing.
Yeah, no, this means a lot to me. So thanks everybody for watching. Thanks for supporting and subscribing to JDL Pinball, because it means a lot. You know, these two work their butts off. The content is spectacular. It's I you know, whether it's live, whether it's watching it after the fact, I've seen so many different videos, and you've given us a chance to see so many wonderful players that a lot of us in North America don't get to see in the wonderful European players. And you know, it was nice for Anne to come down, because you just basically secured a couple of trips for me to Germany. So thanks for that.
Perfect. Okay. And remember what I said. We'll do a collection and pay a fly. Okay.
Don't believe everything you said. He's a
Okay.
salesman.
Take care, Jeff. Thanks again.
Merry Christmas.
And thanks
Take
to
care.
everybody for tuning in. See you all next time, hopefully at a tournament somewhere. Okay. Stay
Merry
safe.
Christmas, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thanks.